In this video, we'll dive into the latest updates around Australia's notorious bikies and their criminal networks. We will also cover the recent arrests and major developments in active investigations, including a large-scale methamphetamine operation discovered in Western Sydney. Stay tuned as we break down all the details and bring you the latest news on these unfolding cases, so let's get started. The first update is on David Canine, a senior Comanchero bikie enforcer, who has found himself in trouble with the law again. Canine was sentenced to over 4 years in prison, after being caught with 249 grams of cocaine in a luxury rental car. Despite having no prior drug dealing convictions, Canine admitted to intending to sell the drugs to fund his own meth addiction, which he developed while coping with the tragic death of his younger brother Jack in 2022. Jack had been killed in a gas bottle explosion, and according to David it left him devastated. In court, Canine expressed a desire to leave his criminal past behind, reconnect with his daughter, and pursue a career as a personal trainer. He will be eligible for parole in July 2026. Canine is well known to police and made headlines in 2021 when he evaded police after crashing an orange Mustang. At that time he faced several charges, including reckless driving, evading police, and driving while suspended. His arrest followed a shooting at Mandari boat ramp, where Canine's Mustang was seen. A high-speed police chase ensued but was abandoned before the car crashed. The chase followed the firing of several shots between two men. The distinctive orange Mustang GT, which he was driving, crashed on a Pearsall Street, with those inside the car reportedly loudly arguing with each other before fleeing the scene. Although he fled, blood traces led police to his location, where he was arrested. The next update is from Western Sydney, where authorities have arrested 3 men and 1 woman in connection with the large-scale production and distribution of methamphetamine following the discovery of 2 clandestine drug labs. The 4 individuals were taken into custody on Friday, October 11, 2024, after Australian Federal Police, with support from the NSW Police Tactical Operations Unit, executed 5 search warrants across southwestern and western Sydney. The AFP launched their investigation in September 2024 after receiving a tip from Australian Border Force about a dual Mexican-Colombian national suspected of having ties to organised crime. This individual, a 53-year-old man, had arrived at Sydney Airport and was preparing to set up a methamphetamine lab in Australia, a new startup venture. He now faces charges related to the manufacturing of methamphetamine under the Criminal Code Act. Authorities claimed that on September 28, 2024, the man met with a 33-year-old from Greystanes, who later transported a container containing precursor chemicals to a Western Sydney property. On October 11, AFP investigators searched the property and uncovered a clandestine lab along with a stash of weapons, including an assault rifle. Investigations also revealed that the Greystanes man had moved drug manufacturing materials to a storage facility in Wentworthville. When police raided his home, they discovered $1 million in cash, 12 kilograms of cocaine, 10 kilograms of methamphetamine, and an encrypted communications device. The 33-year-old faces multiple charges, including manufacturing a controlled drug, trafficking in commercial quantities of controlled drugs, and dealing with proceeds of crime. In a separate raid in southwest Sydney, officers found a 34-year-old man who was performing the chemical extraction process at another clandestine lab, where they seized 120 kilograms of methamphetamine. A 47-year-old woman was also arrested at the scene. Both are charged with drug manufacturing. Authorities believe that the group has connections with organised crime and outlaw bikies. All 4 suspects are set to appear in Parramatta local court. Our next update is from Melbourne, where a dramatic ram raid in Brunswick East, targeting a building associated with former Mongols bikie and professional boxer Sam Abdul Rahim, has sparked a significant police investigation. At around 3 a.m. on Tuesday, October 15, a group used a stolen black BMW X5 to ram into the garage door of a business on Ligon Street. This caused a fire that severely damaged the bike shop below. While the real target seemed to be Power Gymnasium located above, the bike shop, known for selling cargo bikes and equipment for people with disabilities, was badly affected by the fire. The offenders left the stolen vehicle behind and were last seen running towards Nicholson Street. Witnesses reported seeing a man flee the scene with his arm engulfed in flames. The gym, which was previously located in Brunswick, was targeted in an arson attack last year before relocating. It is known for promoting Abdul Rahim, who fights under the name The Punisher and survived a 2022 shooting. Police from Task Force Lunar, who focus on organized crime and the illicit tobacco trade, are investigating whether the attack is part of a broader underworld conflict. Abdul Rahim, one of Melbourne's most hunted figures with a $1 million bounty on his head, remains central to ongoing tensions. The authorities are now working to determine if this latest attack signals an intensification of the ongoing power struggle in the city's criminal underworld. Staying in Melbourne, the next update is on Sione Hokafonu, a longtime member of the Finks MC, who is facing charges after riding along Melbourne's South Bank promenade with other patched gang members on August 9, 2024. Despite claiming in court that he left the bikie world to focus on his family, Hokafonu has been charged with reckless conduct endangering serious injury and driving on a pedestrian path. Since this incident, police have raided Finks clubhouses, seizing motorcycles and laying charges against several gang members. He and others are expected in court on November 21. Hokafonu, who is a Finks MC president, first made headlines in March last year when court found him not guilty of attempting to murder Mongol's bikie Rocco Kura in a 2019 shooting. Kura survived after being lured to a street under the pretense of meeting a woman from Instagram and was ambushed. The prosecution alleged Hokafonu and another man fired multiple shots at Kura. Jurors rejected these claims, acquitting the Finks bikie after a lengthy trial. The case stemmed from an ongoing feud between the Finks and Mongols, linked to previous confrontations. Our last update is on Adam Howie, the 20-year-old son of slain Comanchero boss Mahmoud Mick Howie, who has been charged with 17 domestic violence offenses. These charges include assault, stalking, and causing fear, following allegations from a young woman who reported 2 years of sustained abuse. Adam was arrested by specialist police on October 5 and was initially denied bail. He was later granted strict bail under conditions, including no contact with the alleged victim. The charges surfaced after the woman disclosed these details to a relative, who urged her to go to the police. An interim apprehended violence order has also been issued to protect the woman, preventing Adam Howie from approaching or communicating with her in any way. Adam Howie was just 14 when his father, Mick Howie, was assassinated in 2018 in a brazen daylight shooting outside a gym in Rockdale, Sydney. Mick was a notorious figure in the underworld and former national president of the Comanchero Bikie Club, a history that has continued to cast a shadow over his family. Adam's arrest follows growing concerns about domestic violence in Australia, with law enforcement ramping up efforts to address such crimes. His trial and any further developments will be closely watched due to his family's high-profile connections within the outlaw motorcycle club world. If you're looking for more thrilling and edgy bikie updates, don't hesitate, whack that subscribe button, spread and share the video, hit that like button, and drop your thoughts in the comments. And for the true grid Spartans out there, consider sending a super thanks or buy us a coffee to show some love. Your support keeps us going and the channel thriving, especially since most of our videos aren't monetized due to all the crime-related content. Stay tuned, stay curious, stay awesome, and take care. Wu-Tang.